What's going on, you guys? It's Cody. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to jump right into the video. I'm not going to hold you hostage and ask for a whole bunch of stuff, smash the like button, subscribe, all that crap. We're just going to jump right in. We're going to talk about SBE, ChargePoint, and some of the news that came out today. And now the fact that this stock has hit an all-time high and is trading at roughly $38.56 on the market close. After hours, we're up almost 1 percentage point as well. So this has actually broken through the previous high. In fact, let's just look at the chart right here, and then we'll come back to the news and we'll talk about my opinion on this company as a whole and what you can do to actually position yourself to make some massive gains and fat stacks here on this company. So we've talked about this a few times. You can see this huge run up again here in November. We hit $36.66 on November 24th. We had a little dip and then hit it again on the November 27th, hit $36.83. Actually maybe a little bit higher, right around that $37 mark on the 27th, and then it came back down and was trading just under 30. Then it got this nice little pop right here and a nice run over the past couple of days again, and closed the day at $38.56. And to be honest with you guys, I wouldn't be surprised if this continues to climb even higher, even goes above that $40 mark here in the next couple of days. I think this is a company that has a ton of potential and is going to do very well in the long run.
Hey guys, just a quick editor's note. I meant to get this video edited and out last night, but unfortunately ran into some issues and wasn't able to do so. So I want to get it out this morning. Well, since then, the SBE stock has actually jumped up and we're now sitting at a trading price of $40.74, just like we'd kind of anticipated last night. You know, I said, hey, I wouldn't be surprised if this runs up a little bit more. And sure enough, here we have in the morning, we've seen that little run up there, and it's trading nicely. So we're up currently 5% on the day, which is a nice little bump, and we'll see where it goes today.
This is just like basically betting on you're basically betting on the whole EV space. You know, one thing that I've noticed when it comes to like vehicles, right? It's a very hard market to break into, and it's a very hard market to scale. Even for these massive companies, oftentimes they have trouble getting into other markets. If you go to Europe, you're gonna see a lot of brands there that do very well in Europe, but are non-existent here in America. A great example of this is Renault. They're all over Europe. They're super popular over there. If you said, hey, I drive a Renault, everybody's gonna know what you're talking about. However, if you say that you drive a Renault here in America, basically nobody's gonna know what you're talking about. So this is a very competitive space for manufacturing vehicles in general, especially when it comes to EVs. You know, there are gonna be a lot of companies that pop up and then, try to make something happen, but then get swallowed up, get beat out, end up going bankrupt, right? Obviously, Tesla's been on a massive tear lately. I don't think that Tesla's going to be the one that ends up going bankrupt, but there are other companies that probably will. You've got a lot of startups in different spaces, different niches, different they're basically trying to attack different parts of the industry, right? You've got Hyliion, you've got Nikola, you've got Canoo, you've got Arrival, you've got all these different companies, all the Chinese makers, right? XPeng, NIO, Li Auto, BYD, all these companies making EVs, and I think that you're gonna see like probably 1, 2, or 3 companies really take the cake in these different markets, right? So in China, it's gonna be different than it is in America, or I should say in Asia, it's different than it is in America. America's gonna be different than Europe, and it's gonna be kind of there's going to be some variation across the board. I think Tesla is going to be in a very good position because they've been able to break into these other markets already. They've got the factory being built in Germany, and they've already broken into the Asian and Chinese market. So they've got a head start there, and if they can break into Europe, there's going to be some massive success there as well. The cool thing about Europe is that I think there's a lot of potential, and this is actually where this comes a full circle back to SBE and ChargePoint. EVs are going to be super popular over there for a couple of reasons. One, everything is really close together. So if you're driving, you're probably not doing as much driving there in Europe. If you're driving just around town, or everything is grouped much closer together than it is here in America. So I think that's going to be a big plus for EVs because you don't have as much range anxiety, and you've also got the population is spread out, and a lot of that land is developed there. I mean, it's the oldest part of the world, basically. For at least the civilized world, and so a lot of stuff there is developed, and so there's a lot of opportunity for ChargePoint to come in and put chargers in these different locations and have it be successful. So I think that even though ChargePoint and SBE already controls over 75% of the North American, or at least the United States market, I think that controlling the European market and possibly even the Chinese market as well is going to be a bigger target for them and will produce better long-term success. So I really like this company. I've released a number of videos on how they're doing, where they're going to go, and kind of what we expect to see with this stock. Like I said, I would not be surprised to see it get above that $40 mark. I don't know if it's going to pull back again before the merger closes. which last I heard was supposed to be the end of this month. I don't know. I heard somewhere that it was going to be in January. I need to look into this again to find out actually when this is going to be, to find out exactly when this is supposed to close, because I think there's going to be some hype around it, and I think it's something that you're going to want to know about if you're trying to get into this stock. So should you buy in right now? Man, I don't know. It's hitting all-time highs. It's really tough to buy into a stock when it's hitting these all-time highs. But again, when you look at it from a long-term perspective, you might be looking back at this saying, wow, SBE at $38, that's a bargain, right? It might be trading at $100. It might be trading at $150, $200 sometime in the future. And you might look back and say, man, I wish I would have bought a couple of shares extra of this stock when it was trading at that price. I mean, guys, they're expecting to have $135 million of revenue in 2020, and they're expected to hit over $2 billion of revenue in 2026. That's a 6-year horizon, and that's absolutely massive growth. That calculates out to a 57% annual growth rate over the next 6 years. So massive growth is coming, and they're just blowing up. As more EVs hit the road, there's going to be more need for these types of chargers, and I think more and more people are going to use them. So I'm really excited about this opportunity. I want to know, are you buying into SBE? Are you going to wait? What's your play on this? Are you buying options? What are you going to do? Drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Also, with that being said, now's the opportunity where I can ask you if you liked this video and you want to support the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. I talk about all things money, stocks, and real estate here on the channel. I love talking about EV stocks. I've been talking about them a lot lately. So I'm going to be releasing some new videos about that here in the next little bit. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up here on the video if you enjoyed this content. And before you leave, don't forget to get your free stocks with Webull using the link down in the description below. You deposit $100 and you're going to get some free stocks for using that affiliate link. With that being said, guys, I'll catch you in the next one.